welcome back to my channel, Display of Color. I'm Scarlett, and yes, please and thank yous, watch his cord. And the lovely missus is trying to keep her phone down. Trying to pull it this way more. For me, no, like this part in. Okay, can you lift, yeah, I was like, can't talk. A little bit, like I said, you need to move that cord off of. That's why I keep telling you, gotta move the cord off of. Okay. A little hair down. Hi, baby doll. You need to get that cord off from underneath. Yes. Because it's gonna, yes. And then move your thing. Hi, everyone. Hold on, bear with us. We're trying to get situated, please. I should pull it this way a little bit. And then just a hair down. The hair, yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, let me get on the live. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I can see you better. I saw a baby doll. I think Doris is with us as well.
Creations by Baby Doll, Doris.
Yay! Okay, great. Wonderful. Hi! Okay, so I thought we'd do something different today. I had planned doing something else today, and then I saw one of our amazing artists, fellow YouTube artists, actually did the same thing I was going to be doing today with the molds. So, and if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check out her channel. It's Claire Lawrence Art, and she did these really cool, she does these really neat paint, like dry painting and molds, and then she's got a couple videos on it. She has today's and posted one, and then she's got a few. They're really pretty. And she resins them and stuff, and they're so beautiful how they come out. So I was gonna attempt one of those today, but I saw she literally did what we were gonna do, so I was like, no way. And then I thought, you know what? A lot of people ask us to do like questions and answers and everything, and I thought, why not? Like, I want to do watercolor. I've been in the mood of watercolor. So this is a floral design that is by Wendy Tait. And I'm not, great at drawing per se. I'm sure if I practiced and like, but I'm not naturally like, woo, here I go. So if you're like myself, then these are really cool books called it's this line, Ready to Paint, and this is a watercoloring book, and that's the woman's name, Wendy Tait. And they have free tracings inside of these different flowers. I'm going to actually do this one today. So they're just so cool. And of course, because it's one of these kinds of books, if you do use them and you are an artist, just remember you can't sell your paintings that you do of these or whatever you do with. I don't believe you can sell your artwork because it's someone else's copyrighted artwork you're using. So like this, for example, if I paint it or whatever, I can give it away to anyone I want, but I don't believe I'm allowed to sell the piece. So for like free giveaways or whatever you're doing YouTube or whatever, you could totally do that. This is the paper we're going to be using today. It's Fabriano Artistico, boop, and it's going to be the 140 pound. Beep, 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 beep. So that we're getting that out of the way. I got my water. I have my paints. If you want to know about a color, you can definitely ask. Aw, I know, right, baby doll? But, so today we're just gonna watercolor and just have fun, and I just thought about doing some mindless watercoloring type of thing while Carrie could read, the questions. If you have any kind of questions for us, whether it be art or personal, like, well, not too personal, obviously, we're not gonna answer, like, super personal stuff, but within reason. Then you can get to know us a little bit better and just be kind of like a one-on-one type of live today. I thought that'd be fun, so have at it. I have a clean, I have 2 jars. It's one's to, have a dirty and another's to have a clean. So these are just like little mason jars that I got like Target or whatever. And they have a lid seal, so I always keep my water in here. That way it doesn't spill. I'm a big time klutz. So it's got,
Baby doll wants to know, how do you know how thin to have your watercolor paint?
Basically, I don't. If you mean thin, is more like translucent, I guess you would say. It's more about more water to paint ratio. It's just honestly a personal preference, a look. If it's too diluted, the paint to the water, then just like with alcohol inks, let's say, if it's too diluted, then it's not going to have very much pigment. So, but depending on the style and what you're looking for, you can build upon it. So it is very similar to alcohol inks, which is one, I love watercolor, and that's one of the reasons why I really loved alcohol inks, and I branched immediately to that. And then I found this whole new world of like resin art and all these things when I was doing my paintings, as well as I was watercoloring cards and envelopes, and how I started, and then I wanted to resin it. I just thought it'd be cool to do. And then I found this totally opened my world to a whole new art of painting when I found out that you can paint within resin. So I was like, sweet. So basically, as thin as you want your wash to be is just a personal preference, quite frankly. So more water and less pigment paint, then you're gonna get a really, really, really soft, fine, airy kind of pastel-y look. And of course, if you use more paint or pigment than water, then it's going to be very, very strong. But with watercolor, literally water reactivates it. So the moment it is dry, if you touch it with water again, it'll 100% reactivate. So I hope that answers your question.
Dina's Designs is with us.
Hi, Dina. So yeah, so Kara's going to read the questions, any kind, whether it's art or, like I said, getting to know us better. Not obviously super personal as far as like safety wise. I'm not going to like say exactly where I live or talk about, my childhood, like certain things, it's just common sense, certain things you should be mindful of. This is the web and you just got to be careful.
Doris says,
type of safety, but for the most part,
Doris says,
we'll let you know if we can't answer it. Doris says what? I'm sorry, baby.
Do we have, Baby doll says, do we have fun on Halloween?
OMG, yes we did.
Doris says, I just had a bunch of questions pop in my mind, but you squashed that idea.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, like I said, to a certain extent, you can still ask them, and we can let you know if it, or we can gauge how we can answer or something. But some things, are just kind of, we got to be careful. It's just, we're a child's parents, we got to be careful. But, and anyone can be watching this at any time, even right now, that we don't even know that is watching type of thing. So, you just got to be careful around that universe. But yeah, so I think I'm going to...
Sorry, Dina's Designs. Oh my gosh, a tree branch took down our power line to the house, and it's still out. It's so cold. I'm sitting in the truck trying to warm up.
OMG, that's horrible. I am so sorry. That's scary.
Took it out at 1 a.m. this morning. Oh, Dina.
So you probably can't see me way over here. No, you can't really. But I'm mixing right here on my porcelain palette. So the good thing about porcelain is that you can really see, one, it's why it's true color, but you can really get it to stay open when you keep putting more paint, and you can see your paint mixture that you're using. And it normally doesn't beat up, but I did put some weird stuff on there.
We did have a lot of fun on Halloween. Maddox was so into the moon.
Oh my gosh, yes. He was like, hi, moon.
Bye,
hi,
moon. Hi, moon.
And water is just like resin. resin in the sense of it has memory, so wherever you put it, it's going to, when you put your pigment on there, it's going to totally go to that spot. So, for example, baby doll, if you want to go back to like how much pigment, let's pretend you want to do shading with pigment, right? So you're going to put, when you want it darker and richer, you're going to put it heavier, the pigment to water ratio, and when you want it lighter, you're going to put more water than, you know what I mean? So you can shade that way. So that helps give you a better idea of what I was trying to answer.
Kate Lebrada's with us.
Hi, Kate. But it is a total personal preference, too. So it's whatever looks good to your eye. You just have fun. You know, it doesn't have to be realistic colors if you don't want. It could be whimsical or magical or whatever you want.
Kate's saying, let's trade. It's 94 here and the sun is glaring.
Wow. In Florida? Yeah, right, Kate? That's awesome.
Dina and her hubby sat out under the umbrellas in the rain handing out candy. They said they got a lot of kids even though it was pouring.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. We actually didn't have too many this year.
Yeah.
We left our bowl out of candy, you know, and asked people to be honest and take, you know, enough so that everybody has some. The little sign that said that, because I'm that way.
Yeah.
But
my wife had me make a sign.
well, I just want people to be honest, and I don't want some kid to get all greedy, and then none of the other kids get anything. So, you know, but yeah, so I was like just wanting, you know, I figured the honor system works for self, you know, and they did. People were awesome, but we didn't have that many too, so I kind of felt bad. I kind of wish they actually took more because of that, you know.
Yeah, we've got chocolate left.
We have so much, yeah, and we're not, remember, we're not eating, we're drinking our food, so we're not doing any of that type of stuff. We're doing all green stuff, so.
Oh no, Baby Doll says a coworker did that and somebody took the bowl and the candy.
Dang, the bowl too. That's messed up. See, you just never know. You just never know. But fortunately, we have, you know, we didn't have that. And that was awesome because we wanted to, you know, trick or treat together with our child. So, but we also wanted people to have, you know, candy. So there's always got to be one rotten apple in the bunch, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Petra's with us.
Hi, Petra. Hi. Hi. But yeah, like so right before we went out, you know, we gave him his little, what do you call that thing? That you, the money, not the money, pumpkin, the pumpkin.
Pumpkin bucket.
Yep, for candy, collect candy. Candy jar, what do you call that? I don't know, but you take it with you to put the candy in, that thingy. And he was like, so we did a little practice run with him, and we said trick or treat, and then, you know, one of us gave him candy and stuff, and he was like Mr. Pro in 2.5 seconds. But what was crazy is when he woke up from his nap, he said chocolate, or however he said chocolate, but you knew that word was chocolate. And I was like, how did he know that? He's never ever had any kind of sugar or junk food or candy or anything. He didn't even never want his cake for his birthday. We would get him cake smashes. He wasn't a fan of it. He never tried it. He didn't want to even try it. So I didn't force it. I was like, okay. But yeah, when he was like, feel free chocolate. And
last night he was like, boom, drop the.
He was like grabbing like handful after handful, and people were like, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's really
in his
not.
bucket.
I'm like, I just told people to have an honor system, and my kids like, with their own candy too. When we put it out there at the bowl, he kept trying to grab it.
Loading up his own pumpkin with our own candy. I was like, no, buddy, you can't do that.
Yeah, those are for the other kids. You're going to get some more. And he was like, chocolate. But I forget how he said the word chocolate, but you knew for sure. It was like, where did you practice that? Like, cocoa or something like that. Cocoa, something.
Dina says, Doris, my in-laws just live down the road, but I'd rather sit in a cold house. My mother-in-law would drive me crazy. We're going to start up the kerosene heater.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. That's funny.
Baby doll says, "Oh, so cute. What did he dress up as?"
So he was a super cute Ewok. He was ball blue Ewok. And he was a bomb. And he was adorable.
Doris says, "My daughter used to say trick tweet. She had problems saying trick or."
That's cute.
Trick tweet.
He said something. He
Yeah.
said tick teet, like tick teet or something. I don't know.
Well,
First time he said it, he went like, "Oh, okay," because I was like, "Remember trick or treat?" And he was like, "Yeah, okay, I don't know about that." He had that kind of look. It was funny.
He did say thank you.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Thank you. That's what he says. Thank you. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Baby doll says, "I see what you mean about the amount of water for the shading. That is so cool."
Yeah, so just depending on, and you just build. And, you can keep an area that's too wet, and work on another area. Technically, you're supposed to do, like, a petal and then the opposite. You don't want it to touch that way it doesn't bleed into each other, but this is one color, I can care less. And I don't mind that look, like, when they bleed. It's kind of fun to me, so I have no problem.
Dina
But
says,
that way you can move on and let it dry and it doesn't, like, bleed over into the other one.
Dina's kids would say tick-a-tee.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Oh, yeah. So for those who are just coming in, it's also questions and answers, whether it's about artwork or whether it's about, um, personal, trying to just get to know us better, whatever you want to do. It's just one of those kickback days where it's just like, let's relax and chill and do some art.
Dina, "I can't even paint because it's so cold in my house."
That's miserable. I'm really sorry about that. That's horrible. It was like legit freezing, and I was like, fire, fire, fire to my wife. I was like, light a fire.
Right.
It was cold. That's the only thing I'm like so excited for is the fires out here that we can light them when it's cold. So it's actually helped because I have that thing where, what is it called? It's seasonal depression. And so I'm very sensitive when the sunlight is away. And but I've noticed I'm also, temperature really affects me too. So even if it's like gloomy out, if it's warm, because sometimes here it's humid, even though it looks like it's super winter, and you go out and you're like, whoa, it's warm, it actually helps my mood, even just the temperature. So I had no clue about that until I moved here. So that really helped me. And I was like, heck yes. So then we started really being really good and mindful about, the fires being lit to keep it warm too. But it gave me that, that ambiance. I love the look of fire, and it made it more cheerful. I was like super hardcore, what do you call it, hot cocoa queen. So things like that. I just made it kind of a little bit nicer for me, so that way those really cold, miserable, drab days didn't really get me as gnarly down as normal. Plus the bulbs too, the light bulbs, special light bulbs that help, things like that. All of the above. But
Scarlett came out this morning, put a coat on, put earmuffs on.
Said,
I need that light on, I need that light on, and I need a fire. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, please, I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
I would light you a fire, Dina.
She would. She's good like that. You know, like anything with art, you can make it as fast or as slow as you want. When you paint, you just do you. To me, I like the soothingness. I like the slower. About watercolor for me, I really like to slow down and enjoy, um, you know, painting.
It's very different than that 15-minute cure resin that we did.
Oh, yeah, right? That was quite interesting.
So who's our Paint It Forward today?
Ooh, thank you, baby. I almost forgot again. That is the lovely Christina Welch art. Um, Unfortunately, we waited till the last second and totally forgot, so I wanted to do it again. But she does an amazing. She's a really fun artist. Her goal is to get to 100,000. So
That's so crazy.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to think like that just blows my mind. But so, but yeah, and then she does amazing acrylic pours of all kinds of things. She does resin. She does a lot of fun stuff. She makes her own paint. She has her own paint line. There's a lot of things. So, and she's a really cool. She's a really really cool artist. So, check it out. Check out her channel. Put in the link below. And sorry, I'm trying to get the color.
Get to know her.
Yeah.
Molly's Artistry's here.
Hi, Molly. Hi, welcome. Welcome back, fam. I think I want to do like different colors. So I'm just pre-wetting my paper where I want it. Water to go. I just love these colors. I love to watch them bleed. So for those of you just joining, you can ask us questions about art. You can ask us questions about us, ourselves. If it's too personal, we'll let you know. Because for safety, you know, we don't want to do something crazy. But yeah, as we're watercoloring.
Doris, you said you had a bunch of questions. What was going on in your head? I'm curious. Petra says she's already subscribed to Christina. Right on.
Cool.
Molly says, I want to know too, Doris. Anne's with us. Hey, Anne.
Hi, Anne.
All too personal, LOL.
Good.
All right. Much respect.
I love that if you add enough water, you know, a good amount of water, you can get these really cool blooms within the paint that some people may not like and probably you intentionally don't want most of the time, but I actually like the look of that, so I'm doing that right now, especially with the flowers because it kind of gives you a natural veininess to it that I find quite lovely.
Has anyone seen the resin pour kits at Walmart? No.
No, how cool.
Hey, Holly.
Which Holly? Hi,
Holly
Holly.
Green Giant.
Hi, Holly Green Giant. I felt so bad the other day on another live. I mistook you for someone because you both have the same S beginnings, you know. So I mistook you for the other Holly, and I was like, felt so bad. I hate when that happens.
Scarlett, can you talk about water-based versus the other pigments you can use in resin? I get confused. That's from Anne.
Water-based versus the other pigments. What do you mean the other pigments? Like
And Molly wants a close-up every now and again.
of this? Okay. I already do a small camera because I'm sitting, so I can't get. But here's the one I started, and here's the other one.
Holly says it's no big deal. We're both Holly S. LOL.
I know, but it's like horrible to get your names mixed up, you know? Not very nice. Sorry, baby, I was cutting off your head.
Don't cut off my head. Beautiful gradient. I love the shading, says Molly's Artist Judy.
Thank you. The question, I'm getting confused.
Scarlett, can you talk about water-based versus the other pigments you can use in resin? I get confused.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by the other pigment. Like you can use all sorts, whatever you want, actually, for the most part. I mean, not really in that sense, but the pastes I prefer, but they're more opaque. Like Just Resins, Color Obsessions. Water based in the sense that it won't, like, it's not alcohol based, it won't pit. I don't know about putting oils or something in it because that'll make it pit too, if that's what you mean. But so some people like that look though of it pitting, you know, with the alcohol and then just, you know, letting it cure and then wiping it clean and then sanding it and just doing a flood, and so they get that like look and it be fine. I mean, silicone creates pitting, but if you don't get all crazy and do too much, I think being mindful of keeping that no more than 10% ratio to whatever pigment you're using to resin is always
Anne says
best.
So like I bought Color Arts pigments that can only be used in acrylic.
Well, I've put literally acrylic in resin, and if you don't put too much, then it won't do that. If you put too much, it won't cure. It'll do like that.
It'll stay wet, right?
Yeah, it'll be like, I can't think of the word. Like, what's her face always call it? Mushroom something. Hi, Molly!
Okay, Molly says, and the Color Art pigments don't disperse as well.
They don't mix very well, but you can use a little, you can use it and make sure it's super little, and because they're really, really thick, they don't like to blend well within resin. So I wouldn't suggest it, but you totally can. You know, but if you have to really, really do little because it doesn't mix really well. It doesn't like blend.
Yeah, it'll seize if you do too much, Molly says.
Yeah, and it won't cure. It won't cure if you do too much too. You'll have like sticky marshmallow fluff. That's what Miss Erica calls it. It is. It's like a gunky gelatin like mush stuff that it does. So it just doesn't blend correctly. So I wouldn't suggest using, like, if you don't have anything you really want to color and you can't afford anything at the time, then I would use little tiny bits of acrylic slowly with a ton of ratio resin and get some color.
Petra says there are micropigments that can be used in acrylic binder and in resin. If the micropigment is fine enough, then it can be used in both.
This is true. Like, you know, Faith Resin Line is mica pigment as well as Color Arts. They're both powders that totally can work within either or. So the cool thing is, like, there's so many really great colors out there of pastes and stuff specifically made for resin, that if you can, I would go to those, or powders. I'm personally not a fan of powders per se. I use them, but they're not my go-to fave because of the poofing, for me personally. And they tend to be lighter too. They're more translucent, kind of. Even if you load a lot of them, they tend to be like a little bit more light. But they work just as beautifully, and they do really cool things on their own within the resin too. Powders, like, again, it just depends on personal preference, the look you're going for. I like using powders because they're more translucent, so if those intense, if I want a certain kind of grade of translucency to a piece I'm resining, then I'll use a lot of those, just so that way I can get the, gradation look, and you can see the layers in between, the depths, whereas pastes are going to be super pigmented, so they're going to be really opaque. But using them all together, you can get some really fun, shading and stuff.
Petra says, yes, and that's because the particles are too large to be used in an acrylic binder. A mica powder also has a totally different sparkle than a paste. I love the sparkle of powder. Yes,
Yeah.
we know you do.
Yeah, I mean, literally, mica is just like, it's like
Gold
glitter
dust.
on crack. Yeah.
Like gold
Natural mica is so sparkly. It's very pretty.
I can hear you saying, I love that sparkle.
I know. And I like it. I like it. If anybody's seen Petra's channel, anyone, pretty much almost every time she says that, it's so cool. We look forward to it. We do.
Anne says, but color art also makes primary elements that I had bought, and Saskia said they were water-based and not used for resin, to be used for acrylic pours only.
That is true. It's, again, it doesn't disperse within the resin. So primary elements are definitely not meant to be.
We got a bag of them over there, don't we?
Yes. I am borrowing some from the lovely Miss Judy. She had lent me some to paint that dress that I was painting. I still need to paint the girl. But yeah, they're a different kind of powder, so they're not meant to be mixed within the resin. Again, you can if you want to, but it's not going to be that great, and because it doesn't disperse within the resin.
Petra says she's given it a shot. She's used the primary elements in resin. She says, if they're fine enough, you can use them in resin. Huh.
Well, I know Leslie, the owner of Color Art, she specifically is constantly like against it and don't and this and that, because I don't think she wants people to get mistake what should be mixed, which she makes literally resin. She makes powders the same exact colors and for resin as she does her primary. So she has stuff made specific, well, not the same colors, but all of them, but specifically for resin. So that way it works. So that way the pigment isn't lost too. That's the other thing. Sometimes it's not as pretty of a color. You don't get that kind of look.
Molly's Artistry says, I've used them as well. That's what I was saying above. Leslie contacted me and said only certain colors will disperse. Depends on the particle size.
Yeah. So she just recommends do not. But again, you can try it out, figure it out, see what you like. A lot of things that are pretty, cool with what you can do with those mica pigments. So those are pretty universal. And I really like that. I've
so check out Just Paint.
Yeah, Just Paint as well as
for something that works
Color Art.
Both
websites. Description links are in my description link. Blah, blah, blah. The website links are in my description box below. That was a mouthful for me to say.
Anne says, in my opinion, that is not clear on her website.
Mm.
Well, maybe somebody could let her know. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Yeah, Molly. And you can always email Leslie. She will respond. She's very good about that.
Mm. 20 new colors, Petra. She's going to
Right?
be
I
adding.
just saw
I'm
that.
excited. I really like those browns that you did. And I don't know if I've seen all 20 though. I'm like,
20 new
have I
colors.
seen all 20? Mm.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Thank you, Molly, as well for your help in answering that in Petra. Like, I really appreciate you helping out and answering.
Absolutely.
I really do. I know maybe other people, I don't know, may not or something. I don't mind. I appreciate everybody pitching in because we all learn from each other. And I can always, learn from anyone out there. I don't know everything. I'm a new artist myself, so new to arting and everything. So I have no problem when I make a mistake or if somebody can, inform me or whatever, something new. I super appreciate it. I just want to say thank you, ladies.
She says, Petra says different shades of pink, lime green, orange, and a lot more. I'm very excited.
Oh, I love orange. I'm excited too. Because I really love that last orange you made. But I can always use orange. I don't feel there's enough oranges out in the world. That's just me.
Molly's Artistry says, oh, you're so sweet. I first one am constantly learning. I will learn until I die. Right on.
Exactly. Yeah, I always want to remain teachable, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, I cut my finger a few days back and it's finally healing, but it's got this. Oh. I'll just sand it off.
So what else does anybody want to know about us personally, or what else? What else you got?
Molly says, do you do any shows?
Shows. Like, what do you mean shows? Do you know what you mean, baby?
We did one show. Well, a fair. And Anne wants to know where we sell our art the most.
Well, I sell on Etsy, but a lot of people now, since I've been doing this, I've been slow to putting things on Etsy. I just have a hard time sometimes juggling things. My autism, I get overwhelmed really easily. So I've been doing this, and so because of doing this, it makes me a little bit slow in putting things to Etsy. So therefore, when people, like on my Facebook or my business Facebook page, people contact me. A lot of time they see stuff like that and they'll ask me to do commissions or something from that. Word of mouth. Somebody else was given, or bought a piece of mine and that person asked for a commission or the same thing or whatever type of thing. Friends. But yeah, I get overwhelmed and overstimulated a lot, so I don't go out too often and do like big show things or whatever. I just we did do our first one.
We did one festival.
We did, art festival.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. And Miss Carrie helped me because she She took over for a minute when I take Max back here to get a break and to cool down because it was really hot.
Yeah, it was super hot. It got super busy, and she had a little sensory overload. So, I just said, "You go, take the boy, and I got you covered." So I took care of everything while she was gone, and
Yeah, for like an hour, and then I came back.
and then I was like, "Okay, I need
After
you."
we took a bath.
My phone's dying. Bring me a charger.
Yep.
I need a lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
Molly says, "OMG, tell me about it. Juggling is so hard."
Yep, it is hard to stay within the groups, and try to comment on everything, let alone YouTube land itself, like trying to comment on all the people you love, the artists you love, and their things, and support everyone, and it's a full-time job in and of itself. So, I just do my best, and we do fire sales. We did a couple fire sales on our live, and that was super helpful, very helpful, and fun to do. And so,
Thanks, Kate. She says, "Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button."
oh, thank you. Yeah.
Anne says, "Have you tried restaurants, hair salons, etc.? I would think that would be great for your pieces."
We have, and we do keep asking, but a lot of them say no because if they let one, then they have to let everybody. So, and we are needing to look into, there's this like thing called something that our plate, remember in Forney or something
In
like that?
Forney, I'd have to go through the city.
Yeah, so there's like a couple little things that we'd have to look into. Um,
Thank you, Doris. She also has a couple pieces on Big Cartel.
oh, yeah, I don't really say because I was trying to close that out or whatever. So, that's the one I started before I even knew about Etsy or anything. It was free. And then the most expensive one was like $20 a month, so it was totally more affordable. And but it was hard to get people to find it or something. It was just kind of weirdly set up to where like they made you have to people log in just to see stuff. So I was like, yeah, that's not very helpful. So that's when a couple of friends kept saying, you should really try Etsy. You should really try Etsy. So, um, and Miss Dawn helped me with that too because I just didn't know any of these kinds of things. So she helped me set that up, which is super helpful. But what I don't like about Etsy is that it's such a pain to upload anything. It's just like so much things to do just to, you can't simply just post a picture. Like you have to enter the whole thing. You can't just be quick about it or come back to something later and so you can break it up, do time things like break it up, which I don't know why they don't have a thing to where you can just, like save it and not have to post it, but just like so you can work on it. Because that would have made it more manageable for me and doable, but that's why it kind of got overwhelming. And I was like, ugh, with time. And time is, I just not very good at that. So.
Anne says, "Does your city have a local first chapter? They can be very helpful."
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know. I
I don't
haven't
even know
looked
what
into
that is. What is that, Anne?
Baby Doll says, "I cut and paste from a Word document for listings."
That's brilliant.
Anne says, "I hate
brilliant.
shipping stuff out. It's so expensive and a pain."
Yeah.
I do all the shipping stuff, so.
Yep, she definitely helps. because I really don't like the post office, and I prefer FedEx because it's much more quieter there, and they're very helpful, but it's more expensive. So Carrie tends to help with the
Yeah, I'm the mailman. Molly's artistry says shows, festivals can be so stressful. Have you thought about classes? That's another sustainable income as well.
Oh, that is true. Not seriously. I did have a couple people at that festival ask, and I told them I'd be willing to teach them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yeah, those are all great ideas. Thank you so much for them.
Who do I like to use to ship? Anne asked me. I love FedEx. I absolutely love FedEx. I hate going to the post office, and the post office tends to lose stuff.
It just is slow. It's not as helpful.
Yeah, I just don't like the post office.
Anyway.
But
you told me you didn't mind.
It is. I don't mind it. I mean, I'll go. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper for
FedEx.
people to pay for shipping.
And I appreciate that because that's better for our customers. And the doc fam. But if it's something we give out, I'm using FedEx.
Yep. Yeah, if we're doing if we're paying for the shipping, I don't mind paying the extra. Have sanity, peace of mind, and
because I know it's gonna get there
and safely. Because I can't tell you how many people say, "Oh my gosh, this package!" Like, look, fortunately, it's not damaged on the inside because Gary does a good job packaging. But the box looks like it. Oh my goodness, it went through like a tornado or something, and you're like, "What in the world were they thinking?" So, because of that. I'm not a fan.
Because I'm a pretty good packer.
Yeah, you are.
I learned that from my daddy.
Mm-hmm. Well, Carrie has her own stained glass business, so she knows how to ship breakables
I know how to pack
really
stuff
well.
Up. Molly's artist, she says I use USPS, but I use PayPal to print my labels, so all I do is drop off.
Yep, we do that too now.
We do that too now.
That's lovely, Miss Doris. Yeah. Oh, you ladies help us out so much. Yeah, that made it so much more doable and manageable for sure.
And they are, the boxes are free from the post office. I just put in a claim though, because I've already.
But that's if they fit though, if your stuff fits in those things. Because sometimes, with ours, sometimes Carrie's how to make them herself.
Baby doll says a wonderful job packaging. My painting was super protected. Right on, baby doll.
Thank you, baby doll.
Yeah, Molly's artist. She says no. I cut them and make them.
Yeah, so if you cut them and make them, then you don't get the free, right? Unless you're cutting the free ones. Is that what you mean?
Correct. Oh wait, no, they're free. You can still cut them down, right?
That's what I think that's what she means.
Molly's artistry says yes if you go on USPS and go to free stuff. Does anyone know if you can ship a 10x8 for less than $20?
I don't know anything offhand numbers.
You can get. Molly says you can get the priority mailboxes, not the flat rate. Okay. I could probably ship a 10x8 for less than $20. This is like that. Can you ship it for that bidding? I could ship that for less than. They'll mail them to you for free, Molly says.
Ooh. Is that anywhere or just because she lives in Canada, I think? Is that around the world? And they always do that too? I wonder about that.
I use my Chewy boxes. I order animal products from Chewy, and then because so many of our paintings, Molly's in Florida.
Florida. Okay. I wonder if that's here too then.
Are 24 by 17. So if I order just enough product from Chewy, the boxes I get are 24 by 17 by usually. This one I got today was deep. It was like 14, so I'll have to cut that down. But my panels will fit in the Chewy boxes. Nice and tight. Thank you, Chewy. Kate says Molly's down near her. Kate's in Florida, near Molly.
Oh, cool. Ooh, do you guys get to go play art together?
Scarlett's all about hooking people up to art together. If you're in the same state, she wants you to get together and art together.
That's so much fun when you get a buddy. I get to go back tomorrow as Miss Judy's last day for a whole month to art with me.
I thought I got you tomorrow.
Nope. I know. Because I messed this up. And I was supposed to do that with
Molly asked Doris to post the link.
Dawn.
Molly, yeah, because only the mods can post.
Yeah. Look it! Yay! You guys can play together. Oh, so good.
Yes, Kate, I'm in West Palm.
Yay!
And it's 94 degrees there.
Ooh, yeah, nice and warm.
Dina, you should go play in
Florida to thaw out.
You should go art in Florida.
No.
Poor thing. She's probably still sitting in her truck. Thanks, Molly. She sent the link.
Sweet.
There it is. Thanks, Doris. Link for free USPS supplies.
Woo!
Thanks,
Thank
Molly,
you.
for hooking that up. Sorry, I'm sanding my little puzzle pieces. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so cold in my garage today. I didn't even want to be in there. It was horrible. I love my garage.
It's so cold that it feels like it should be snowing, and literally it was like 30 degrees.
Well, it's not good for doing glass.
Oh, brr. Sometimes I'm like, where is the snow? Because then it make more sense to be so cold.
Right?
Yeah.
It should be snowing.
But I'm grateful to not have snow. But you have to be careful because then you get the ice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, as it could be, you gotta be safe.
We should just load up the bed of my truck with another load of wood. And just drive around with that in the bed.
What? Why would you want to drive around with wood in your truck?
So my back end doesn't spin out.
Oh, well, just don't drive crazy and it won't spin out.
It's not about driving crazy. Doris, I love the padded flat rate envelopes. $8 in shipping and it can be up to 70 pounds. Oh my gosh, you put 70 pounds in those flat rate envelopes?
No. There's no way. like to see somebody put 70 pound worth of something. What is that, big
Maddox.
gold
That's like,
brick?
our child isn't even 70 pounds. And he's 3 feet tall.
Don't you be
I'd
shitting
like
my
to
son.
see him in a padded envelope. There's no way. There's no way.
No. There's one like solid brick of gold or something. Like things could be way more, not as long. Maybe.
Instead of visual. Doris says, but Carrie, I guess you have 8 coasters in that. I just don't trust it.
Oh, 8 coasters?
8 coasters?
And it not break? Ceramic? How? How are you cramming these in there?
Padded envelope. I just don't trust it, Doris.
Especially when you do your cardboard stuff. How are you doing that? Is it even sealing?
See, I would take mine to FedEx and pay. I'll pay $7.35 at FedEx. But I'll package it because I don't trust the little padded envelope. But I'll only be able to ship 4. But we only ship usually 4 at a time anyway. Very rarely do we get an order for 8 coasters.
Yeah. We almost did 8 with Kate's.
This is true.
So you just never know.
Kate says you both did great with the packaging when you sent me the fleur-de-lis.
Oh, thank you. That's all, Miss Carrie.
Kate says the box was pure white and looked brand new. That's the way I like it. Like practically untouched by human hands. Baby doll says, gotta run. Bye, Doc Fam. Have a great weekend. You too, baby doll.
Bye, baby doll. Thanks for hanging out.
Kate says, and smelled new too.
Yeah.
That's that new car smell I sprayed in there for you. Dora says 5x5 cardboard in between, wrap with shrink wrap and bubble wrap, and it's usually safe.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. How is she getting 8 all wrapped and smashed in that? Those things aren't that big. Those little, what you call it? Is it the box or the envelope? It's an envelope, right? Yeah.
It's an envelope.
I don't know. She's a magician.
Kate says, I love it. The new car smell.
Ugh. I do not like the new car smell.
And Scarlett likes the vanilla.
Yep. In the car, yeah. But yeah, I hate the smell of a new car. It just makes me nauseous. I don't know why, but it does. It's like the worst smell to me. And everybody loves that smell. And I don't know why I don't. I just super don't.
Bye, Molly's Artistry.
Bye, Molly.
Just gotta go cook dinner and have a great weekend. The painting is looking beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
Kate loves the leather smell. Me too.
Ooh, yeah, I super love that. Fresh cut grass, like freshly mowed grass. Love. Hate the smell of wet pavement. First rain of wet pavement. Ugh. Hate that smell. But I have noticed that people that love that smell tend to hate freshly cut mowed grass.
I love freshly cut grass.
Waiting for it.
I like the smell of it.
I'm waiting for it. There's always got to be somebody who's just different 100%.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
But I thought you told me you didn't like the smell of freshly cut
That
grass.
was my other half, the Gemini.
See, the Gemini, yeah. You just never know which Gemini you're going to talk to.
Kate says, like, wet box is awful, right? I love the smell in my garage right now, though. It smells like all fresh cut oak. So we got all that wood in there.
Yeah. I just love, love, love the look of watercolor. I love how it just leaves that really cool film when it dries. I just love it.
Better than the smell of Home Depot, Kate.
Ooh, books. A bookstore, a library. Love that smell. Shoes, like brand new shoes, that leather smell. Super love. Nice, clean. Oh, freshly laundered laundry. Oh, so good.
Dora says the padded flat rate priority envelope is 9.5 by 12.5 inside dimensions. New toys.
Okay. All right, Miss Doris, we gotta figure out that.
All right, Doris, you take a pic of how you pack them in there.
Make a video.
Yeah, you should do a video of that.
Yeah, better
And
yet,
post
make
it
a
for
video.
everybody.
Yeah, because we have a video showing how we package ours. That'd be a good video for you to have on your channel too, Miss Doris.
Kate's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
She says, it smells awesome. Me too. New toys. She's all excited.
So your Molly get to play? Did you guys figure that out?
Doris is adding that to her to-do list.
Right. You're welcome.
Right. Thanks, Scarlett.
Not bad. But I think that's a good thing. I think everybody likes to see how everybody does things, you know? How we all package and what works best for each of us. And
So now you need to do a new video on how you make a box because you've gotten better at making them. Dora says I did a video once showing how I made a box, but I've gotten better on making them. So now she's got to make another video.
Right? Totally.
Add that to your to-do list.
Well, that could be with the whole new package thing, though. So it's not
You could do a 2-in-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate says Molly doesn't know me though. I feel like I know her. LOL.
Well, she may get to know you if you guys become arting buddies. That'd be rad. I know, because her channel is so fun.
Doris says I still have over half this order of clips left to do and they need to go out on Monday. Joplin's whining.
Whining or is she dreaming?
She's dreaming.
I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, my baby. Oh, my baby whining.
Kay says yes it would.
Yeah. So any more questions, ladies? And gents, if there's gents out there, I don't know. Do I creep presumption?
Dina's back.
Ooh, Dina! Are you warmer?
Dora says I probably won't do a video until Sunday and probably go live because I still haven't sat down and fiddled with my new editing program. Dina filled up her heater. Good. Get some heat up in that house.
Doris, if you want, I could tell you the little basics that I learned on it. They're not all fancy like you were on the other ones. But I know, your basics if you want to. I could tell you that. Off the light, I could walk you through the edit thing. That way it'll give you time to figure out other things, but at least you'll have the very, basic, if you would like.
Bethany Park's with us.
Hi, Bethany! Welcome, Doc Fam. So we're just asking if you want to ask us questions to get to know us type of thing, Q&As. You could ask about art, like whatevs. Or just watercoloring. In the meantime.
Doris says, I watched that guy we talked about and I just need the time to do it.
Right. Right, that's what I was saying. So if you wanted, I wouldn't mind.
Did you make that shipping video yet, Doris?
Right.
She says I do a 20-minute video and it takes me 4 times as long to edit.
Yeah, well.
Right?
That's editing for you. Editing world.
Doris says have to wait. Clips need to go out. She's my #1 customer on Etsy.
Oh, totally.
I'm just teasing you, Doris. Did you have a good Halloween, Bethany? Bethany says I did. How about you guys?
Yeah. We had a wonderful Halloween. It was like our first real Halloween where our 2-year-old was like super, like independently trick-or-treating in the sense that he knew to like put the thing down and grab candy and throw it in there, and really wanted his little bucket and was all into it and his thank you.
Mr. Independent.
And pleases it. Yeah, so it's kind of a really magical, neat moment in time to see like this little, individual human being like just bloom and grow. Like, yeah, always keep becoming more and more self-aware and independent, and it's crazy. It's really, really pretty, beautiful thing though. So, fun fact, it's been a minute since I've watercolored. And I've just been dying to. And there's one like Petra that I have all set up of what I want to do for a thank you for you. But it's like I gotta get in the mind frame for it and want it, and to do those kinds especially. So this was just something kind of like a little warm up and try something different.
Bethany says looks gorgeous to me.
Why, thank you. I appreciate.
I think it was the weather and the temperature and the season that Scarlett's like, I just need comfort. And she finds comfort in watercolor.
I do. I love it. I just like to watch the colors like bleed and bloom and grow and change and transform in a just prettiness of a one little itty bitty smidge of color and water. It's crazy. It's such a cool thing, I think. And the way it dries, it's just really pretty.
Kate has a question about alcohol ink. Maybe you can remind me so I don't make a disaster.
Huh?
Shoot.
Faux show. Faux show. Were you gonna tell it to me, baby?
Mine.
Oh. I thought you were saying that to me, and then I was like, okay. He's like, waiting.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
So I was like, what?
Can I alcohol ink over an already sealed piece? I'm having a moment of memory loss.
Sealed, you mean sealed in resin or sealed with the UV archival spray? And the answer to both is yes. You can do whatever you want once it's sealed. You can alcohol ink over it. It's just not going to move whatever is sealed, won't move with the new alcohol ink you're doing.
Meaning it won't reactivate, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
UV archival spray.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did with that what am I saying? That broom that I use. Like, that's kind of one of the things if I want to do something over. Of course, if you put too much alcohol, I've noticed, though, you can get it to kind of eat away, I want to say, at that layer if you keep dousing it with, like, matte alcohol or something. But for the most part, it'll stay. Okay, everybody, I'm loving this. I'm so grateful you guys are letting me watercolor. Yay!
She says, okay, great. I couldn't remember if it was a no-no. Was worried that alcohol would cause the sealant to break down.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you use a ton, but you can get away with a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna kill you. You know, like, so, what is that? It's some Irish thing. Anybody in the audience? It's something with a K. If Miss Judy was here, she'd be able to. I'm pretty sure she has the inks. No. It's an alcohol ink. It's and they have a product that they use. Petra, do you know what I'm talking about? They have a product. It's called like King something with a K, something inks. Oh, I can almost see it. And they have something to where you can ask. You can put it down so that way it doesn't move what you've already done. It's like a sealant basically, so it doesn't move what you've already done, but it allows you to keep going. So if you like what you have.
Kilty inks.
Yes, exactly. Good job, baby.
Thank you, Petra.
Oh, Petra, you rock. You did that yourself. I was like, that's totally
just off the top of my head.
Right, she's like, you know. Thank you, Petra. Thank you. Yeah, they make a product, Kate, that where you can paint on top of whatever you've done to seal in your ink, so that way you can keep painting and not have to worry about it reactivating and getting all stressed out if you have something you're like, I don't want to mess it up. It's pretty brilliant. What are you doing, baby? You're making so much noise down there.
Sorry, I'm sanding my little puzzle pieces.
In this house without a mask? I don't think so.
And just slightly.
You're just doing everything safe in our household?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Bethany says, I'm mesmerized watching you paint.
Aw, thank you, Bethany. That's so sweet. Yay! I love it.
She wiggled. So did you see her wiggle? She jiggled. Doris says, I ordered a few of the pinata colors today, slowly getting every color they make.
I'm doing in the smaller just because it's easier. In the smaller window.
It's beautiful, baby.
What? That's what? And then you just build and build and build the color. Like I gotta build on that one. It's getting colored down on all of them right now. Just there's something there. Ooh, sorry, everybody. I meant to drop you. Oh, where's my foot? I'm gonna go to the camera too because I see skin.
Kay says, I had that moment last night when my daughter found interest in working with alcohol ink, so we did it together.
Yay! That's so cool.
But she wanted to do layers between seals.
Oh, for sure. I would still do it with even that UV archival, just make sure it's 100% dry. Like I said, you can still get away with it. I did it on my, what do you call that thing? The broom. You know, because I had to keep adding and the other parts, remember? And so wherever it hit, the hat or whatever, I had to change the color. So I added 100% on top of it, so it didn't reactivate the thing underneath. But I could see if you just, like, seriously are alcoholing, like dumping alcohol, then, yeah, it might eat away. So, for sure.
Those colors Bethany loves.
Which colors?
Those that you're doing. She loves your colors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, the brand I'm using is Daniel Smith, extra fine, watercolors, as well as Singulaire. Singulaires. Where is it? There you are. Oh, there. So, watercolors as well. Those are the two brands I'm using right now. And I love them. They're my super phase, besides Holbein, of course. Kind of like a little snooty with my watercolor. I really like Pigment.
Well, I think Scarlett learned early on that it's very important to have the right colors and be working on quality material.
Right, that's what we mean by colors,
brushes.
like, and quality. Like, it really matters, especially with watercolor. It really makes a difference in how your piece comes about, because with not that great quality everything with watercolor, you don't get the techniques don't come across at all the way you're wanting them to. So it really mattered, and I realized that super early in the game when I was trying to learn and watching YouTube artists going like, why is my paper not doing that, or why does mine not look like that? And I would get like maybe finally I would get the paper and I thought, oh, it's just the paper, and then it was like, nope. And then I'd get the brush to make sure, okay, I'm doing the strokes with the exact same brush and the exact same paper, and it's still not giving me, and the ratio of water and that, you know, within reason could have been messed up, but for the most part, I mean, it really, all the things mattered. So I was like, you know. And then, and I'm the type of person where I learn by following along and visually as well as physically doing things, but like, I need to have the exact everything that the person has, so that way I know that for sure it's got to be my technique. If it's messed up, because I have the paper, I have the water, I have the brush, I have the this, you know what I mean? The paint, blah, 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 blah. So then I'm like, okay. And when I had all the elements, it magically worked. And I was like, oh. And I'm like, there it is, moving. I remember calling, I was so excited, and calling her in and being like, I did it! It worked! Because I used to get really discouraged and frustrated thinking, okay, it must be, me. I can't paint. It must be me. It's something I'm doing. And then, but yeah, it really helps having the right thing. Because I've seen, like, amazing artists can paint with, like, total junk type of materials and, I mean, amazing, phenomenal stuff, but I'm not a phenomenal artist in that way. Like, that's not, I don't have that natural skill or whatever. I'm not saying that maybe I couldn't one day be able to do that because I understand all the elements correctly, but in the time of the level of what I'm doing, like, heck no. So I really needed that help to have the same type of stuff, but that's how I learn. I'm not saying everybody learns like that or you need all the same good everything 100% expensive things or something, but it definitely made a difference for my learning.
Bethany says, I've been watching you guys for months now and have yet to try anything.
Ooh, we'll try. Do try.
Kate says, go for it, Bethany. The worst you could do is the work you never started. Jump.
Oh, I like that, Kate.
Right? I do too.
So awesome. So true. Bethany, where do you live? Like, what city, or not city, what do you call it? State.
She's in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. Well, some people fly out, like Miss Teresa is going to fly out here. Artist Till Death's doing this really fun class in December, early part of December. And I'm going to be there and a few other people. So, if you want to come hang out with us and try some art, and they're doing a class.
A class is one of the best ways to get started.
Mm-hmm.
If you
and I,
like you can't
I am willing to teach people, but they'd have to, come here or to do like, online even, like, what do you call that?
Video chat.
Yeah, like video chat via Messenger or something. I don't mind. But you should. I mean, it's so fun, and
Scarlett arts with people
all the time.
On
video chat. Or or FaceTime.
Bethany says, I know, I'd love to come. I'm seriously thinking about it.
You should.
It's a good way to get to know people and to really get plugged in.
Yeah. It's really, really, really awesome.
And it makes what seems difficult, easy.
Doable.
And doable.
Well, if you're like me, who needs like the one-on-one, like having somebody there to say, okay, or this or something. Something just clicks for me when it's like that. I don't know. It's not for everybody. I learn also, obviously, via YouTube because I wouldn't have even started if it wasn't for that. But there's certain things with my severe dyslexia too. I flip a lot of stuff, so it helps when I have someone like, And Miss Erica is like the bomb, and she just gets me, and she syncs with my little brain to tell me how to explain how to do something. Like, she's super good about that. About showing and, knowing just right when to back off and let you do stuff and like help you or whatever. She's really good naturally without you having to say. I love that.
She says E and J are how I found you. Oh, that's cool.
I love them.
Thank you, E and J.
Yeah, I love them.
They are amazing. She says. They are.
And we have all of our artists in this group are just, in the Doc Fam and then some, like, throughout YouTube. We're just really great community of artists. Speaking of which, again, if you can, Doris, be so kind as to put on there Christina Welch Arts link for her YouTube channel for anyone who isn't subscribed yet. I would love to subscribe. She is trying to get her 100,000 goal. And that would just be ever so cool.
That's how she found Doris, too.
If we can help. Oh, awesome.
Do you have a place to art?
Well, you don't really need a huge space or amount of, when you're starting. I would art on the floor. I'd watercolor on my floor. I just sit on the floor and
She says no.
Watercolor. So you don't really need like a space per se. I mean, you don't obviously want to do it where you're eating food or something. But you know what I mean?
Then a class might be the best thing. I'm a crafter, wannabe arter. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that means you're just an arter. You know? Arts and crafts. They have the word right there. Arts and crafts. You know?
Doris is on her phone, can't get her link. Okay.
Okay, well, my description box below is her link to her channel. You go check that out. Can anybody tell me how long I've been on, though? I feel like it's been a little while. I don't want to be on here forever. Then I can get lost with the time because I'm just slowly enjoying doing this. You know, baby?
I don't know.
Hold on.
I tell you it's 4:48. I can tell you it's 4:48.
You mean the time right now?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
69 minutes, Doris says.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Kate says, not long enough, Scarlett. I love watching you and Carrie.
Aww, so sweet. Okay. Go a little bit
Kate
louder.
says, your shading with these watercolors is perfect from where I'm watching you.
Aw, bless you. One of my favorite greens by Daniel Smith is the green Appetite Genuine. It does this really cool grittiness, the texture, kind of like, how I tell you about the acrylic alcohol ink, and when I do alcohol ink, I use acrylic inks, how it has that weird gritty texture. This color does that. Like Daniel Smith line, a lot of his pigments do that. Really neat gradient, and within the one color there is so much shading. Even you can get such crazy in just one thing of pigment.
Gina just joined us.
Hi, Gina. Hi. Welcome back, fan.
Doris says, oops, an hour and 28 minutes. She was wrong.
Ooh. Okay. I was gonna say it did feel long.
Do your green.
Oh.
Do your green.
Okay.
Bethany says the pink is my jam. See, I don't do any of the watercolors, Bethany. I don't do any of the resin. The fluid art isn't my medium at all. But I sure love the colors.
Yeah, Carrie's is the glass, stained glass. It's what she does for a living.
We had a great Halloween, Gina. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
Our son keeps going, boo,
Mhm.
boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, and he loved that moon. He'd say, "Goodbye, moon." He'd go, "Oh, the moon!" Like every time, and I'm
We're
like,
like,
"Yeah,
come
it's
on,
the
let's
same
go to the
moon."
next house.
Yeah, and then he'd go,
Moon.
"Bye, moon." Mwah! And he'd give it a kiss. It was so cute. I love that he loves the moon. We have the moon in his room, so he could do that, like where you can make it do the different solar eclipses and all that. And then this is really rad. He has a lot of fun with it. He'll push the buttons and make it light up any which way he wants. And it looks like a real moon too. It's neat.
Sure, Kate. So, Scarlett, I came across a YouTube channel of a watercolor artist that did some interesting work. Can I tell you who?
Oh yes, I have two that I love the most. That I wonder if it's the same. Of course.
She has older videos, but still new to me.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be new to me too. There's two people that I really dig with the
Linda
watercolor.
Melvin.
Linda Melvin. Why is it? I don't know. That kind of sounds familiar, but yet maybe it sounds familiar because somebody's name in Facebook reminds me of that or something. I don't know. I'll have to Google that. Ooh, I'm excited.
Her work is amazing, she says.
Yay!
Who's your...
Jay Lee is a watercolorist. He does really cool stuff for even with kids. Like he has beginner, intermediate, and what is it? Pro. I don't know what you call that.
expert?
Yes, thank you. And
My level, of course.
oh, not. So, well, you are an expert in a lot of things. And follow the White Rabbit, or Following the White Rabbit is the YouTube. And and Laurel, and Laurel. Oh no, I'm butchering her middle name. And see, I was going to follow the White Rabbit. But anywho, if you find that's her page is Following the White Rabbit. I just love everything about her and her personality and everything. Is super a lot of energy. She's also a Sag. In fact, she is born on the same day as I am. That's the only other person besides a twin that I know that shares the same exact day of Sag. So I was really stoked to find that out. But yeah, so she's awesome. And she had this really cool video on how explaining the color wheel, on how to a really simplified bomb way to remember the color wheel and how to get it.
How to understand it.
Yeah, just like to know it and an easy way to get it. Yeah, and it was amazing. So. Yeah, it's part of the Urban Sketchers, and I really wanted to go. This one this year was in Amsterdam. Oh, and it just looked like such a beautiful place to paint. Their symposium.
Those flowers are so pretty, Gina says.
Oh, thank you.
Kate's gonna look those up after the live.
Oh, cool. Yeah. You gotta get that way. You hear me?
Hmm?
You have to get
I think my knee is stuck.
You gonna fall out then?
Huh?
Is it you the one that's gonna fall out then?
No.
Hmm.
That does look great, baby.
Thank you. And I will be adding, like, to the background some stuff. A little fun coloring, you know, bleed out or whatever. But I'll do that after.
These are pumpkins.
Oh. There, I can see that.
I just cut the whole bottom off of mine. Scarlet looks amazing.
Thank you.
They were sitting here, I had to show them off.
Pumpkins! That's great. Alright, everyone. Well, we're going to call it. It's been a long live, so thank you for your questions and thank you for your answers. For those that helped pitch in with the answers, that was awesome. And I'm really, really grateful to each and every one of you. And thank you, Doris, for doing an amazing job modding. I know, right? She's awesome. She really is. So there's... Oh, do you mind transitioning? Hitting the transition button real quick?
I shut it off.
You need to shut it off then. I don't know. It's still streaming. Thank you, Anne. I'm confused. Okay. There it is. Alright, baby. No worries. Have a great day. Bye, Kay. Have a great day, everyone. I'm assuming it's still live. It's still showing it.
I think
It's still showing it, baby. Bye. Bye, everyone. Happy arting and God bless.